High-intensity interval training, otherwise known as HIIT, has become all the rage. What is it? How do you do it? Is it safe? Is it effective? I'll answer these and other questions in this video, and later I'll show you 3 ways to determine whether or not the exercise intensity is right for you. Hi, I'm David Spearer, and welcome to Practically Fit, a video series where I help you make sensible and practical decisions about your fitness and health. Remember to click the subscribe button below, and also if you'd like to check out the science and my source list, please check out my blog. I've left a link below in the description of this video. Let me let you in on a little secret. Most people don't like to exercise at low intensities, let alone high intensities. So then why is HIIT all the rage? 2 words: less time. People list lack of time as the #1 barrier to completing or being consistent with any exercise program. So what does HIIT provide? More bang for your buck. HIIT is simply defined as short bursts of high-intensity exercise separated by low-intensity recovery periods. There are many different kinds of HIIT. Let's take a look. There's regular interval training, which is exercise that involves periods of intense work and recovery that vary on the intensity and duration of each segment. There's body weight or resistance HIIT. That's interval training that uses bodily movements, weighted objects, bars, or devices for high repetition resistance activities. There's aerobic HIIT. That's interval training that uses traditional aerobic exercise modalities such as running and cycling. And there's also boot camp classes and CrossFit type workouts that fall into the category of HIIT. Let's talk about how to perform a HIIT-style workout. Just follow these 4 simple steps. Step 1, choose an exercise or activity that you like. Could be running, boxing, using an elliptical machine, or anything else where you use large muscles like your legs and can increase your intensity significantly. Step 2, warm up for 2 to 5 minutes slowly, increasing the intensity over time. At the end of the warm-up, you should be at 60 to 70% of your maximal effort. Step 3, perform 1 minute of work at 90% of maximal effort, then perform 1 minute of low-intensity recovery at 10 to 20% of maximal effort. Repeat the work and recovery intervals 10 times for a total of 20 minutes. Step 4, cool down at a low intensity, approximately 20% of maximal effort for 2 to 5 minutes. Maximal effort is a rating of 10 on a scale of 1 to 10. At this level, you should feel total exhaustion and not be able to continue. 90% is a 9 out of 10 on that scale, so you can see how that intensity can be very tiring. Remember, not all maximal effort is created equal. What is one person's maximal effort may be another's couch surfing effort. Use your fitness level and activity of choice to adjust the timing of your intervals and the number of repeated intervals in your session. Now that you know what HIIT is and what goes into a HIIT training session, let's go to the classroom. Okay, welcome to the classroom. So what I'd like to do now is just talk about a few studies that have looked at HIIT training and how it is effective in various populations. In 2019, the American College of Sports Medicine, one of the foremost authorities on exercise and activity, looked at HIIT training and found that it improved insulin sensitivity, blood pressure, as well as body composition. In 2018, Alvarez et al. Looked at the effect of HIIT training in obese postmenopausal women, specifically to look at how it improved cholesterol profiles, and found that not only did it decrease cholesterol, but it also resulted in 25 to 56% less of a time commitment during the week for exercise. In 2018, Campbell et al. Looked specifically at people with multiple sclerosis. This was a review study that looked at several different studies and their results, and found that fitness in people with multiple sclerosis was improved due to HIIT training. Not only that, but that HIIT training did not elevate core temperatures in people with multiple sclerosis, which can be detrimental. but HIIT training actually improved cardiovascular fitness in a way that was really appropriate. And in 2018, Grossman et al., who looked at healthy males as well as obese postmenopausal women, found that there was 2 times the weight loss in people who performed HIIT versus those that performed traditional endurance programming. Before you start, let me give you a few of my recommendations. Number 1, get an assessment. Know your baseline. You need to know where you stand before you start. This is really important and will probably reduce the likelihood of injury as you go through your program. Number 2, start slow. There's no need to do everything the first time. So start yourself out slowly, and it'll take your body some time to adapt to this new kind of training. Number 3, try a variety of HIIT workouts. I showed you some of those kinds of workouts throughout the video. Try them out. Some may work, some may not, but maybe you'll find something that you really like, and it won't keep it that boring. Number 4, change the interval time. So it doesn't have to be 90 seconds of exercise. Maybe it's 60 seconds of exercise or 30 seconds of exercise. See what works for you and see how you feel. Number 5, adjust the recovery period. Remember, the recovery period can be a minute, it can be 30 seconds, it can be 45 seconds. Decreasing the recovery period makes the entire exercise session that much more intense. So if you're feeling tired, maybe adjust the recovery period to be a little bit longer. And if you're feeling raring to go, then adjust the recovery period to be shorter. Number 6, use machines, use weights, use indoors and outdoor environments. And that will help, number 1, to decrease the monotony and not make it so boring, but also see what you really like. And if you can use all of those things, then during the week, as you go through your sessions, you will have such a variety of workouts that you can do. And number 7, see what motivates you. Maybe you want to work out with a partner. Maybe you want to use music, or maybe you want to be in a particular environment. But see what motivates you to keep going, and you follow these recommendations, and I think your HIIT training is going to be off the charts. Okay, so as mentioned earlier in the video, I wanted to show you 3 ways of determining the intensity of your exercise during your HIIT training. Now, HIIT training is based on maximal effort, as we mentioned earlier in the video. So I want to show you these 3 measurements that are fairly easy to implement to give you an idea of where you are in terms of that maximal effort. The first is heart rate. This is an objective measure that gives you an actual number. You can take heart rate at your neck, you can take it at your wrist, or you can wear a device. The second is RPE, or rating of perceived exertion. This is a subjective measure of exercise intensity. It's basically taking your exercise intensity and rating it on a scale of 0 to 10. 0, no exercise. 5, kind of in the middle, not so difficult but not so easy. And 10, maximal. The third is a talk test, also a subjective measurement of exercise intensity, but a little bit more active because you're doing something. So if you can't get a word out while you're exercising, then you're toward the maximal level of the scale. But if you're speaking like me in full sentences while doing your exercise, then you're probably toward the lower end of the scale and not exercising all that hard. So these 3 measurements are really easy ways to determine exercise intensity. Visit the blog and you'll see a more detailed outline of what these are, and I've also left links in the description of this video so that you can get an idea of how to do these on your own. So now you know all about HIIT training, enough to start your own program. If you want to see more of the science, then check out my blog. I've left the link for you below. Also, don't forget to like this video and click the subscribe button. Leave me any comments, suggestions, or even questions. And please send me some topics you'd like to see me cover in the future. Well, thanks for watching Practically Fit. We'll see you next time.